In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to, or maybe just the rules for operating on integers. So we have six properties to remember. So commutative. So the first thing is the commutative property. So this one is for addition and for multiplication. Multiplication. So this property states that the order of addends or factors does not affect the result. So, like for example, if we have a plus b, so when we invert them, that will give us b plus a. So that means both of these are equal. So same goes to multiplication. A times b is equal to b times a. Okay, so let's give the variables a value so we can understand this property even better. So let's have a has -8 and b has -2. I mean +2. So let's change. So let's put our variables. Okay, so -8 plus 2 is equal to -6, and 2 plus -8, so that will be 2 minus 8, since that plus and minus is equal to negative, so 2 minus -8 is -6, so this means this property works. So for the multiplication part, we have um -8 times -2 is 16, -16 rather, and 2 times -8 is also -16. So this property really works. So the next property we have is the associative property. So this property states that the grouping of the addends or factors does not affect the result. So let's say we have, so for this to work, we need three variables. So let's have a plus b and c. Let's have some space actually. Let's have some space because this is a long one. A plus b plus c. So let's have also a plus b plus c. So let's, they're equal actually. So let's have the multiplication also. Let's have a times b times c and a times b times c. Now this property states that the grouping of the addends or factors. So we need to group them. So let's group this one, but on the other side is different. Let's group on the other side as BC, like here. and same goes here and here. So this is the associative property. So to understand this property even better, let's give our variables some value. So let's say our A is -2, our B is -1, and our C as +3. Okay, so let's change the signs. Okay, so we have that. So let's solve. So where's my cursor? So -2 plus -1 is equal to, so this -2 minus 1. So -2 minus 1 is equal to -3. So -3 plus 3 is equal to 6. I mean 0. Now, on the other side, we have, let's have -2 plus -1 plus 3 is negative +2, since 3 is a larger number than 1, and -2 plus 2 is 0. So this means this property works. Now on this side, so -2 times -1, since they have the same signs, the answer is positive. And three, oh no, -2 times -1 is 2, since 2 times 1 is 2. So since both of them are negative, the answer will be positive. And on the other side, we have -2 on the outside, and -1 times -3 is -3, since they don't have the same sign. So +2 times +3 is 6, and -2 times -3, since both of them are have the same signs, the answer will be positive. So 2 times 3 is 6, and since we don't have a answer, so this is the same as +6. So this means this property works. So the next property we have is the distributive property. So this property states that if we have A, then we have B plus C. So we're just gonna have it like this. So we have we need to distribute A to B and A to C. So basically, if we distribute A to B, we have A, B, or A times B. Then we have A plus distribute A to positive C. Let's have another color. Say green. To positive C. We have positive AC. So this also works with negatives. So we have this. So A times B is AB. A times negative C. But this sign will become negative. So it will be AC. Okay, so let's have an example. So let's use this first. So let's give our variables a value to understand this property even better. So let's say our A is negative 6, B is 5, and C is 3. So we have negative 6, B is 5, plus C is 3. So we have AB. So that's like negative 6 times 5 plus negative 6 times 3. So 5 plus 3. So we need to multiply on the brackets first. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 6 times 5, negative 6 times 5 rather, is negative 30. Plus negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. So as you can see, negative 6 times negative 48. I mean negative 8 is negative 48. So 30 times 30 plus 8 is 48. Since we have both negative signs, so it will be negative. So that is the distributive property. So next one is we have the additive identity property. So this states that the sum of any number and 0 is the given number itself. So it's like this. So any number, let's say A, this is pretty easy actually. So when we add 0 to A, that is the same. So this means 0 is our additive identity. Hope you understand my handwriting here. Identity. So let's add a value so we can understand this property even better. So let's say our A is 5. So 5 plus 0 is 5. So 5 plus 0 is 5. So this property really does work. So the next one is we have the multiplicative identity property. So this property states that the product of any number and 1 is given the number itself. So let's say our any number is A again. Then we multiply by 1. So this is just the same. So this one is now called the multiplicative identity. So let's have a value. So let's have A as 6. So 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6. So this means this property is true. So we have the last one, which is, oh, not actually the last one. We have, this is the second to the last one. So this is the additive inverse property. So this means the sum of a number and its opposite is 0. For any number a, the additive inverse is negative a. So to understand this property, let's have our any number a. So the inverse of a is negative a. So it states that this is equal to 0. Let's have a value. Let's say 15. 15 plus negative 15 is equal to 0. So this is the same as 15 minus 15. So 15 minus 15 is really equal to 0. So this means this property is true. So our last one is the multiplicative inverse property. This states that the product of a number and its multiplicative inverse. The multiplicative inverse is the reciprocal. So what is a reciprocal actually? So let's say we have 9. So when we have this fraction, it's like over 1. So we're just gonna move 1 there and 9 there. So the reciprocal of 9 is 1, 9. So this property is, we have the any number a, let's have a again, times the reciprocal of a is 1 over a is equal to 0. So it's like that. So let's have a value. Let's say our a is positive 9. So 9 times 1 over 9 is equal to 0. So it's the same as 9 over 1. So this means our 9 will cancel. Actually, no. This should equal to 1. 8 times 1 over a should be equal to 1. Sorry, I was wrong. So 9 times 9 is 1 over 1 is equal to 1. Or 1 over 1 is 1, and that is equal to 1. So that is the multiplicative inverse property. So that's it for this video. So I hope you understand something on this video. So if you want some more videos, subscribe and turn on the bell to keep updated for my videos. So that's it. Thanks for watching.